This time on Modern Explorers, the expedition on the Italian island of Sardinia continues. Niccolo and Espen travel by boat to explore the east coast for new lines. It's also time to get back to wingsuit flying.
The rock breaks off, you're probably very badly injured.
Doing this remains incredibly risky.
Max glide, speed, and then we get one of those.
But these modern explorers want to fulfill this week's mission, landing on a beach.
I am ready.
3, 2, 1.
A world unknown. 3 friends, 1 drive. Explore the limits of human potential. Welcome to Modern Explorers.
Previously on Modern Explorers, Niccolo completed his mission to lead a 3-way jump for the first time in his life.
We are 100% relying on the plan that was set before the jump. I just look at Jocke and Niccolo, and I trust Niccolo to fly and execute the plan as he's told us to.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, that was good vibes. Good vibes in football.
Jocke had to head out on his own, and Espen and Niccolo traveled to Niccolo's home island of Sardinia, Italy, where some of his family still lives.
I'm actually blown away that I grew up in the most beautiful place in the world.
Niccolo's family met up with Espen, and he discovered how different the Sardinian lifestyle is from life in Norway. And he got a chance to jump over the Mediterranean.
How many people do that? I've never done that. It's very rare.
The test jump was a success, and now the guys want more. We'll see what they get up to when the Sardinia expedition continues on Modern Explorers. Niccolo Porcella is the youngest member of the team, and also the newest to wingsuit flying. He and Norwegian living legend Espen Fatnes will be teaming up to take on Sardinia. Together with Niccolo's wife Jamie, they have set out to travel up the east coast of the island, which features steep cliffs right on the sea. This is Espen's first time on this wonderful subtropic island.
Sardinia is a beautiful coastline, lots of mountains, and people that know how to worship that.
For me, it was like a dream to bring Espen there.
Their culture of using the land and enjoying food and drinks and enjoying each other's company is on a whole different level than what we have in Norway.
Frick, it's happening. I have massive respect for Espen. Espen is a living legend. You know, he's still young, but he has so many years of experience.
I started base jumping in the spring of 2001. We were part of the early stage of wingsuit base jumping. So I got to start with the vertical falls to actually fly a wingsuit and just be part of that whole evolution.
It was only a couple of years ago that Niccolo learned how to base jump and fly wingsuits. With his years of experience in acrobatics and big wave surfing, it felt like a logical step to him. Espen was one of his coaches.
Espen is the one that has the most knowledge. He's a coach, he's a teacher, he's been world champion. Espen is the one that inspired all of us.
And to be with Niccolo and jump in Sardinia is for him a miracle, and I'm part of that miracle. It's just beautiful.
The search for new lines continues. Instead of traveling by road, Niccolo has a better idea about how to do their research this morning.
Frick, dude, it's pretty awesome.
Are we going in that direction today?
Yeah, we're gonna follow the coast all the way around. It's actually looking like it's gonna be glassy. Yeah, for today, I think we'll be scoping places out to possibly jump. So I think today we skipped the hiking to jump, and we really just scope out the whole coast.
Sardinia is a pretty big island with lots of nature reserves, and wingsuit flying is practically unknown here.
Have a good time, buddy.
Yeah.
Just wanted to show Espen, like, check this out. You know, it's beautiful. It's great for cliff diving, and it's just beautiful. It's just mind-blowing to see the coastline, because the whole time that you're on the boat, it's just this panoramic view of wow.
If you don't have your own boat, you'd better have a friend with one. And Niccolo does. Paolo runs a diving shop, and it being the off-season, he can spare a few hours.
Today with Niccolo and Espen, visit more places along the coast, study possibility of jump and another acrobatic exhibitions, classic Niccolo sport.
Pablo is going to bring us out to national park, protected areas around Sardinia. We're going to free dive, we're going to do cliff diving. Yeah, just enjoy the beautiful coastline of Sardinia.
Paolo and Niccolo obviously want to show Espen some unique rocks and cliffs. Many of them are either difficult to reach by land, or it takes days of hiking to get there. It's way easier to get into huge caves, for example, by water.
So this is one of them, buddy. Right here, I mean, we're gonna go underneath into this cave.
Yeah, because you can't climb the front side.
The front side is a little bit gnarly. The front side, I mean, if you're a really, really good climber, yeah, but...
And we wanted to check out if we could get off the boat, get into the cave, climb up on the backside of that hole and come out again so we can dive into the water.
Although Niccolo and Espen are used to rocks and cliffs, this is not an easy exercise for them either. They didn't bring climbing shoes or any other gear, and the guys are unclear about what they will be able to achieve in this cave.
Okay.
Because I have Espen with me, and he's a better climber. He's grew up kind of hiking and climbing, so I wanted to have also his point of view of like, maybe it's possible, or you're right, it's kind of like very, very sketchy, and maybe not. So we're gonna see. We would love to get up to the top there and jump off. That's the goal. The goal is to climb up here and jump off. Make it to the top, or you have to slowly climb back down. And that makes my pucker factor moment really get pretty intense, you know?
Well, we saw this beautiful cliff diving spot where you go into a cave with a boat and you climb up on the backside. So we're halfway now in distance, but 100 of the way in difficulty. Because the last part of this climb to get to this beautiful spot is some gnarly stuff. I mean, I'm guessing it's like a 5C, maybe 6A climb, and we have no safety. And if you fall, you will hit the rocks and fall down into the water. So it's the kind of climb where you got to be absolutely 100% confident and that you can do it. The consequences are so high, and it's not that easy of a climb. You can't really, for example, let go one hand and 100% trust your feet. Like, you gotta actually lean on one hold, and if that one goes, you know, the rock breaks off, you're probably very badly injured. Of course, it's frustrating because we all know that we just look up there. It's like the promised land of beauty up there. You can see it's just amazing, absolutely incredible. You potentially fall down, injure yourself, bang, 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 fall off again. I don't want to do that. Nobody want to do that.
Espen has spoken, and Niccolo is happy to agree. They abort the mission and take off to the next stop.
in a new spot and gonna climb somewhere where the only consequence of falling is that you end up in the water, which is where we're going anyways.
Yeah, let's do this. So now we'll go for a nice, fun cliff dive where the climb is a lot easier. You push off and you're in the water. There's a section there that's pretty spicy, but it's very doable. And yeah, this is called the Cave of the Submarine, because back in World War II, the submarine would hide underneath here and only go to attack the ships and go back over here. And all the airplanes, they couldn't, you know, figure out where the submarine is because it would go underneath and inside the cave. And it's a perfect cliff diving spot. So yeah, we're looking forward to this one.
Before base jumping and wingsuit flying, Niccolo was already pushing his body to new limits in a number of ways.
I went to Brazil 2 years in a row, and I was very impressed by capoeira, acrobatic capoeira, and got very inspired. And so I really got into it and started doing basically acrobatics from when I was 15 onwards.
My comfort zone and a little step above it, about halfway up to where Niccolo went, and I did a super fun dive of death, as we call it in Norway. You pretend to land on your belly and you just protect yourself when you crash land. And Niccolo did this insane front flip half twist, and it looked really rad. It was super rad.
From 15 to 20, I was really heavily into acrobatics. And then I did martial arts when I was 18. I started doing boxing, Muay Thai, and Jiu-Jitsu from 18 to 22. And yeah, I feel pretty comfortable with my body awareness and stuff.
This right here is the spot. This is Calagolo inside.
Yeah.
And the cliff dive is actually that boulder little rock underneath the Ginetro. I'll show you when we get up there.
Yeah.
But we just jump off here, climb up. It's super easy climb. It's amazing how it doesn't look that tall, but it's actually 24 meters up there. Should we just do it?
The guys initially planned this day trip to scout for flight locations, but with all these tempting rocks, that will have to wait. First things first.
It's a little bit higher than it looks from down there, huh?
The guys have come to the island to fly together, but first, Niccolo wants to show what he can do.
And Niccolo is totally into cliff diving and jumping off high altitude and jump in the water with flips and stuff like that. Next to Niccolo, I'm absolutely nothing diving into water. It's just the pro and amateur. But what can I do when Niccolo is climbing up to 25 meters to do double flippy doodle gainers?
I wanted to show him a little bit of cliff diving, you know, and that's another thing that I've been very passionate about. And because Espen has talked a lot about cliff diving, and so I just wanted to show him that I can cliff dive, buddy.
It's not a bad idea to mix business with pleasure. While Niccolo revives his passion for diving, Espen checks the coastline for potential wingsuit lines. And there's plenty for the Norwegian visitor to sink his teeth into.
We've been cruising up parts of the coastline of Sardinia with Niccolo, checking out a lot of new base jumps, and I mean seriously, you can jump 5-10 places there. Beautiful places, like vertical cliffs, 300 meters straight into the water, amazing, really beautiful. Hidden beaches where you drive your boat, and then you see these tiny beach, like caves, amazing caves, and we have to go back here. Got to do it all. This is a scouting, so it's happening.
The previous day, the two modern explorers scouted the island from the air. Together, they flew the same line Niccolo did a year earlier with a friend. Apart from that single flight, Sardinia is uncharted terrain for wingsuit flying. It's ready to be explored seriously by Espen and Niccolo. Yesterday's test flight was pretty positive, or in other words, the guys were stoked. And so, they want to continue to set new courses from this cliff. Weather permitting, they'll be able to do so in the near future. Italians love a good dinner after a day of hard work. Who doesn't, really? On Sardinia, it's almost mandatory to drink some local wines with dinner. Luckily, the guys have some walking to do before getting down to business.
Just live your life there.
Drink a lot of wine, eat a lot of pastas.
Just figure out this business.
And we just got to where we can we stop the car and we start going for the hike. I got my buddy here. It's gonna be rad. We're looking forward to it.
I'm keen on walking and sweat out a little.
We did the straight out jump, and I wanted to do something new and something that hasn't been done before. And so we were looking at it from the bottom with Espen, and we're like, dude, I think, we can fly left. Instead of flying straight out, we can fly left. And we looked at Google Maps, and we saw that there's this little beach, and we're like, dude, that would be the dream.
To regular people, wingsuit flying seems both extremely dangerous and rather simple. Get to a proper rock, get your suit on, jump if you dare, and fly. The reality is rather different, at least when you're out exploring. The search for an actual line, a proper one with a good exit point, course, and landing point, isn't easy at all.
Dude, this whole thing is going. Wow, dude. Wow. That was something else, buddy. Yeah, today we took a different route. Instead of going up and around the top this way, we kind of hugged the wall a bit more. So actually, I think the exit should be close over here, but
We're no longer than 50-60 minutes from exit.
this is the spot.
Ooh, you feel that wind?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's getting stronger.
This is sick.
There was already a little bit of wind, but sometimes there was wind, sometimes there was not. It was mistral, so it was coming from the back, so we're protected. But then at the same time, there were some rotors, so we know already that there's some wind that's coming and not coming and coming.
Wind is the #1 enemy of a base jump. Because if we have a cloud that is cloudy and we can't see anything, there's no question about it. It's like, if you see the landing area, you can go. If you don't, you can't go. Done. But wind, it can be very tricky. You can have a lot of wind on the landing and no wind at the top, or a lot of wind at the top and no wind at the landing. something in between. There can be different strength on it. And then the head starts spinning. Is it jumpable? Should we wait? Is this good enough? Should we give up?
It feels really good to be here. I think I got bitten by about 5,000 mosquitoes on the way. But here it's windy, which is great to get rid of the mosquitoes, but a bit bad for the jumping. Bad in the way it's not necessarily dangerous to jump, but we need to time it properly and be a bit more conservative in the way we fly.
We're at the exit, all suited up and ready. And there is some wind gusting a little bit here and there, but then it goes completely low. There's no wind down there. I mean, it looks as glassy as it can, so that means we have some wind kind of coming from the side back, and it's probably doing some kind of rotary, so we're definitely gonna be playing it safer, a lot safer, and we're gonna wait for the no wind, you know, we're gonna wait for the gust to stop, and then we're gonna exit. We found that there's a perfect little exit right there for Espen, and I'm gonna exit at the original one, because that way we can really jump at the same time and have a nice, even, steady push instead of being like kind of like next to each other, which makes things a little bit sketchier. So it's actually gonna be really nice.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do this.
You want to go into base jump?
Yeah.
Find the right moment of wind,
Yeah.
and then we go.
Yeah.
Because when it's at its strongest now, it's not that good. So just find a calm, peaceful moment.
Yeah.
And there was just a point there where we're standing at we're all ready to go, we're ready to jump.
Super tricky situation, and I really don't like it. It's one of the most annoying situations to be in as a base jumper.
We're talking about our life here.
This situation is quite common for base jumpers and wingsuit flyers. Be very patient and stay ready for the right moment. The guys have flown all over the world, but not often on a coastline.
I almost died once in China because I jumped on too much wind. And sometimes I push it, definitely. I want to jump, and I am a risk taker, and Niccolo is too. And we had a lot of tricky winds on Sardinia. It's an island in the Mediterranean, in the ocean. Obviously, it's gonna be a lot of winds. And it was tricky. It's very hard to make a good decision.
All right.
And at a certain point, Espen and I is like, dude, we're not doing this. This is too risky.
Feel this like the push that comes now. It's like getting inside and
Yeah. And then I was thinking, what if we're like max glide speed, and then we get one of those, you know, it kind of, you know, that's not worth it, dude. This time you want to
have
jump.
that feeling when you're doing a base jump. You wanna
Be stoked.
happy and feel confident and really feel it's the right situation.
The beautiful thing is that this is not going anywhere, and it's always here for us to come play.
We both 100% agree. Yes, this is no point. Let's go back. We are
We're on the same page. Yeah, I like that. Me too.
It's a good feeling.
Let's go for it. Up.
Let's head out, dude.
At least the guys know where they want to exit. And this cliff isn't going anywhere. Calling it off was the only real option, especially after seeing the winds increase in just a few minutes.
That it's like too much.
So you gotta be really on it, like. Of course, it's really cool to do a base jump, but I'm very happy hiking down too. If you don't like that, you shouldn't be base jumping, because the ability to say no and hike down is what's gonna keep you alive in the long term.
Explorers have always had an element of flexibility in their DNA. Take things as they come and keep your goals in sight. The guys have a clear mission for this trip: be the first to land on a beach on this great island. It's time for a lunch meeting to fine-tune the plan.
Like 10 bottles of wine on a Thursday lunch.
This is a full-on, they're having a good dinner right now, a good lunch.
Drinking and flying are an obviously bad mix. But since there's time for a siesta after a business lunch, the guys have the opportunity to sample Sardinia's local wines. Again.
Oh, questo è il pane d'aglio.
Cheers, dude.
Cheers, buddy. To a good time in Sardinia.
Sure.
We want to try this new line, and ideally we want to land on the beach, but it's never been done really where you land on the beach, flying around the corner, hugging it, and then flying straight out and landing here on the water. That, I mean, that would just be insane.
A couple of hours later, after a proper siesta, severe winds make safe jumping impossible. It's time to attend to other business.
The captain of the military, the whole military in Sardinia, I didn't know, has been a big fan of mine, been following the whole wingsuit flying, and said, we would like to meet you. It's a very reserved place, and said he would want to see if you can do this stunt with us. We're gonna have this big party. We take you up with the helicopter, and you're gonna put the smokes, you and some other of your friends, pilots, of the beach. So we're gonna get dropped off here, do a circle to kind of show where we're at, that we're right above, and then we fly.
So we should probably wear smokes.
Yeah. We're definitely gonna wear two smokes.
Probably. Yeah, double smoke set.
Double smoke set.
Italian smoke.
Yeah, Italian smoke.
Green, red, and white.
Exactly. Horizontally.
This invitation, which is just a brainstorm and not to actually do the stunt, has come as something of a surprise.
These are the rewards. This is what keeps you hungry and inspired to do more and to keep improving, and the fact that you can share this, and at the end that gives you the most amount of joy.
Niccolo saw it as a great opportunity to do something cool in Sardinia and cooperate with the officials and make something very unique happen.
We're not an airplane, but like a semi-airplane. And it actually creates pressure. So
you have the head of the military ask me, can I see some footage? It's like, are you kidding me, dude? Like, of course I'll show you some footage. And then to show them our footage.
It's from my camera on my head.
Oh, dude, yeah. And this is the one we want to enter around. Wow, this looks surreal, dude. And then they saw when we opened the canopy, they were laughing and we started laughing. They're like, oh, look at this.
Speaking with the same of the beard.
It seems the Air Force's bosses are impressed. Now, they can present their plans seriously to their superiors on the mainland. And who knows, one day, Niccolo might jump out of an Italian Air Force helicopter to do a demonstration flight. But until then, he and Espen will be happy to jump off cliffs. That is, as long as the weather cooperates. Clouds, wind, and brightening skies show up during breakfast, giving hope for a new opportunity to jump. The guys really want to work on completing their mission, landing on a beach. It's time to get back to the exit point. Just like yesterday, the guys have to work hard to reach the exit point. Actually, they've both decided to go for slightly different exit points than they'd originally planned. The climb might be a tough one, but the real problem on the modern explorers' minds is the weather.
I like these rocks. Such a nice friction in it.
I grew up with a father that was a climbing guide and a climber, and ever since I was a tiny kid, I was in ropes, just all over the place. I was competing in climbing, and that became part of my life. I'm very comfortable in the mountains, climbing and scrambling, because that's what I did from a very young age.
If you hit something solid, it just like duh, just stops. It's rock solid. And I hear that howl, little noise. It's the first signal of it being disconnected from the main rock. It makes me be a bit more cautious. That was a nice little funky climb. Love it. And then we have an exit point.
Conditions are looking optimal. It's completely dead.
It is. It's good jumping conditions.
It's looking
I like that.
absolutely and utter glassy down there. So I think we're ready to charge.
Base jump is up. Conditions are good. Low winds. It's a base jumping day.
Both Espen and Niccolo agree that the conditions to jump are good. They may even be perfect. This trip's mission is to land on a beach. However, they're not sure whether they'll achieve their goal on this jump. At the very least, they must do the course heading north for the first time before tackling their mission.
I exit first, he exits right behind me on the side, and we turn around and we have it. Now it's a complete different view. Now we really have like the wall cliff here and the beach, like we see this water. I'm over the water and it's like, I can't even believe this. This is insane. I'm flying over the most beautiful water in the world right now, and then pitch open the canopy, and I think I screamed, oh my God. You know, it's like, oh my God, you know, this is insane.
It seems like a small difference between the test flight the other day and this one, but to Espen and Niccolo, it's exactly the difference they were looking for. Now that they have taken the line northwards around the cliff, it looks like they'll be able to land on the beach on their next jump.
Hey! How was that? Yeah, buddy! Is that sick or what? Nice! Woo! Is that sick or what, man? I mean, I'm sorry, but that's just such a sick place, dude.
It's just funny how it came full circle. You know, it was growing up, it's like, I want to be in Hawaii for the big waves, I want to be in Hawaii for the big waves, and this, and that. And then it just comes around that 6 years ago, I fall in love with flying, and then next thing you know, the island where I grew up has the sickest jump in the world. It's pretty surreal.
But first, it's time for a break at a nearby restaurant. Meanwhile, a friend of Niccolo's drove the van to the landing zone. If the wind stays off, the guys could be doing their real jump after lunch. If that's the case, they will be able to fulfill the modern explorer's mission for Sardinia today. The day started rather early, so to feel energized for the mission, they need to eat a little pasta and relax, and get the parachute ready for the next jump.
I think this island is having so many epic places that haven't been seen with those kind of eyes.
Yeah.
Could be a good idea to understand properly.
Yeah, I think they really don't know about all those things.
And then it's the same procedure. Up to the end of the road near the goats, get the backpack, and hike.
All right, let's do this. You ready, buddy?
The area around Caia Ganona is popular with climbers from various disciplines, and the guys run into a friend from the free climbing community.
Here, Julia, I knew she was here climbing, and I knew that she had plans to climb Punta Girardelli, this peak, because it's very popular among climbers. But when we came up here now for our second jump of the day, she was sitting here, chilling out on the exit point, and completely by surprise.
Oh, you guys know each other?
Yeah.
That's the thing! It's so weird!
She came with some interesting information. It's not 250 meters as that I thought it was. It's 400 meters, and actually 12 pitches. Pitches means every length they climb, and it's a pretty big wall we're jumping here. I'm keen on landing on a pitch.
Yeah. You think we would fully, even with this wind and everything?
I don't think the wind has anything to do with.
It's actually protected all the way.
Yeah, actually, when we fly in that direction, you're gonna be behind.
More protected. Yeah, I know.
I don't think it's gonna. The wind only has to do with the exit.
Ciao, ciao!
We're here at the top of the exit again for our third awesome jump. This time we're gonna try something new. We're gonna leap out and make a nice little left turn. Say hi to a little Sardinian wall. But then we're gonna fly straight out, and the plan is to actually land on a beach.
We're gonna fly the other way, hugging on the wall here, and fly out to a beach. Take off the suits and jump in the water and wrap it up with a swim.
Yeah, buddy.
All right, you have a nice one.
Yeah, you too, buddy. That'll be fun.
For sure, anything can happen. But that's when, again, faith comes in place and preparation. You gotta prepare and you gotta have faith and you gotta do it for the right reasons. And I feel like when you do things in life for the right reason, Mother Nature will support you.
I am ready.
3, 2, 1.
Kind of my eyes open, and I'm just all of a sudden just wow, where am I? This is insane. But we're charging a left line off Gelda, and we flew down this amazing slope towards the coast. At the end of that slope, you end up on a vertical drop, and below there you have a beach. To be with Niccolo and jump in Sardinia, because he's so proud of his own place. He's so happy to be home, and he's so glad to show me Sardinia, that it just lifts the whole experience to a new level. This is his home place.
And, just according to plan, the guys make it. Their line takes them far enough out to be sure they'll be able to reach the beach. If this goes well, their Sardinia mission will be complete.
Canopy, screaming of joy together right next to each other, landing there right next to the water.
There! We just jumped from there! And we just
was just strip butt naked and dive into the water and start swimming around.
What we did today on the last jump, the line we flew, the landing area, the whole approach was first time, never done before, which makes it really exciting because we didn't know. Even halfway through the flight, we had no 100% confirmation on that we could reach the landing area. But of course the dream was this beach, that was the plan, and we nailed it. We are modern explorers today. The last jump was like a proper stepping out into the unknown with a good plan, and it worked out.
Espen has a CCP. He has a CCP.
He's good with cold weather, he's good at hiking, all these things. But when it comes down to being barefoot, I mean, Yoki is the same, huh? Yeah. You gotta walk barefoot and you build the calluses.
Espen and Niccolo have nailed it, carving a line that no one has ever completed before taking a dip in the water beside the beach they landed on. Mission complete. It's time for a drink. Where's the beach bar when you need it? Back in the village, they find a bar next to their B&B.
Great, buddy. How fun was this week, huh?
I loved it.
You like Sardinia? Was it a good time?
I like Sardinia for so many things. So many nice people, and the nature is like mind-blowing. Seriously. So I grew up on the coast, right? Romsdal, you've been there.
Yeah.
So we have the water. It can be beautiful. You can go for a swim, and you have the mountains. And but what we always long for when we're home is warm water.
Yeah.
It's so freezing cold.
Even in the summer, it's freezing.
It is. It is. And everybody in Norway dreams of going down to the Mediterranean and feel that warm water. And here, you can get the same experience as in Romsdal with doing base jumping, and you can go for a swim in warm water.
Hey, I've been preaching about Sardinia, and I've talked it up so much, and now I think you understand what I was talking about, and that's a good feeling. Yeah, buddy.
The guys completed their mission in safety, and so it's time to prepare for the next stages of this world tour. Espen has to leave to go in search of some different action. Niccolo plans to spend a few extra days with his Italian family and daydream about everything he achieved with Espen. Next time on Modern Explorers, Yoki heads out west to the United States to visit some old friends in California, jumping from a plane while preparing for a truly cold, snowy expedition to Alaska.
We're in Alaska, buddy.
Together with Miles Dasher, Yoki takes to the sky in a helicopter before landing on snow-capped mountains. In order to go speed flying, combining mountain air with powder snow, to taste the freedom and untapped potential of the Alaskan mountains. Share in the feeling next time on Modern Explorers.